So 5 Senate Democrats just sent the letter to HHS and DHS. They want Medicaid to stop sending enrollee information to ICE. Not next year, immediately. Like, they want this to happen right now. They say it violates a court order from last December. What they never explain is why the information was being sent at all. So let's watch the letter.
I mean, if you go into an emergency room, you should know that you're waiting in line with other American citizens, not with people who have been placed to the front of the line by a fraudulent Medicaid program in California. But that's what's happening. We know this is what's happening. And again, it's driving up costs for everybody. It's making it harder to access health care. And it's absolutely fleecing the American taxpayer. It is a lose-lose-lose proposition. You know, I've seen efforts to try to quantify this. I think the answer is hundreds of billions of dollars a year, whether it's 300 or 6, it is a lot of money between Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, prison fees, everything that goes into the criminal migrant problem in the United States of America. It's a lot of money. And again, I talk about the American people. We're a generous country. We're a generous people. I love that about this country. But part of that generosity is that it extends to our fellow Americans.
That's right.
If you go into
So if the people on those rolls were all eligible, the letter would never have been written. You do not have to fight this hard to keep a list secret unless the list is the problem. You know, they would talk all day about protecting the most vulnerable, but the second you ask who's actually collecting the money, they call the question itself an attack. That is not a privacy stance. That is a decision to stay ignorant on purpose. Now I want you to look at who that decision leaves on the streets.
A short time later, ICE took down their final target, a Brazilian gang member, also charged with child rape. Just this morning today, 4 accused child rapists and 1 MS-13 gang member. Those are the kind of people you're going after.
That's every day up here in Boston. If those are the public safety threats that we really want to get off the street, it was a great day for the teams. That's 5 public safety threats that are out in the community, going to go ahead and victimize anyone else.
And ICE says all of those arrests you just saw happen because local authorities ignored their detainer request to keep these guys in custody due to sanctuary policies. ICE says all of those suspects will remain in federal custody until their local charges are resolved. Then ICE will seek to deport every single one of them. We'll send it back to you.
And making a point of doing it in a city like Boston with the sanctuary policies in place. Really intriguing stuff, Bill. We'll see what comes of it next.
Really
Thank
intriguing.
you, Bill Maloogian in Boston.
A short time later.
Alleged, I gotta say that, child rapists they picked up before lunch. Previously deported, living 100 yards from a playground. Local police had already released them. The officer says it's not unusual in Massachusetts. The same voices that say, think of the children are the reason these men keep ending up next to them. You could not call it compassion when the only people who benefit are the ones who already hurt a child. They do not always have to run either. Sometimes they just wait for the judge to finish talking.
Excuse me, you cannot impede me on my lawful duties. That is a crime. Do you understand? Do not touch me or impede me in my lawful duties, ma'am. Do you understand? It is a crime for you to do so.
Why? Do you have a warrant for his arrest? Do you have a warrant for his arrest?
Yes.
Where?
Hey, grab him.
Warrant for his arrest. Warrant signed by a
Get
judge.
off me or I am calling the U.S. attorney and prosecuting you for assault on a federal officer.
Show us the warrant
Back
for his
up.
arrest. Show us a warrant signed by a judge.
Turn him around.
You don't have a warrant.
Sir.
Show us a warrant for his arrest.
We are officers with Homeland Security.
You don't have a warrant signed by a judge.
All right, señor Dominguez. No se preocupe.
You don't have to.
No necesitas decirle nada, no necesitas decirle nada sin abogar. No firme nada sin abogar.
Everybody ready? Yep. Let's go out, please. Vámonos, señor, por favor, sígame. Let's everybody make sure we got it here. We got the phone.
Case dismissed. Agents already in the hallway. They walk them out while people scream for a warrant signed by a judge. One of them is wearing, what do you call that? Balaclava? Balaclava. I just learned what that was. You know, the bystanders treat the arrest like the crime. The crime already happened. The court just closed the file and went home. This is, regular day at work. But that is the new routine. Let the local case die, then act shocked when federal agents are standing there when it does. Now, when the cameras show up and turn the whole thing into a tragedy, what they gonna say?
2 Fort Worth teenagers wound up living on their own after ICE deported their parents. 19-year-old Dulce Zepeda suddenly forced to step in and raise her 13-year-old sister Maria, getting her to school, working a job at a McDonald's to pay the bills.
You never know whenever is the last hug that you're gonna have from your parents. You don't know, you never know how stressful and hard life it is without them.
The girls are U.S. citizens. Their case points to bigger questions about what happens to U.S. citizen children when their parents are detained and deported.
We are leaving children vulnerable in deeply precarious and uncertain situations.
Data analyzed by NBC5 Investigates shows thousands of parents of U.S. citizen children were detained in just the first 7 months of the Trump administration. Immigration rights advocates say a recent change in ICE policy may be resulting in more parents being deported before plans for their U.S. citizen children are fully resolved. Dulce and Maria say their mother was deported about 40 days after she was arrested in a suspected shoplifting case. She denies any wrongdoing. Their mother told us she repeatedly asked ICE if she could bring the girls with her to Honduras. She says ICE told her that couldn't happen unless she spent at least several more months in detention. She has high blood pressure and says she feared for her health. We asked ICE about the family's claim that ICE would not reunite them without extended time in detention. The agency did not directly answer those questions. But in a statement, ICE told NBC5 ICE does not separate families. Parents are asked if they want to be removed with their children, or ICE will place the children with a safe person the parent designates. After almost a year, the family was able to save enough money for a plane ticket for 13-year-old Maria to get to her parents. But Dulce stayed behind in Fort Worth, trying to build a life alone here now in the country where she was born and raised. The Women's Refugee Commission says their case shows how American children can wind up in tough situations when questions about custody are not resolved before a parent is deported.
Just to recap the story, there were 2 girls who were left in America because their illegal parents were caught shoplifting and then deported back to America. And these girls weren't left on their own because they were immediately given to their aunt. And NBC News wants you to feel sorry for these parents because they broke into America illegally, had a couple anchor babies, and then were committing theft, got caught by ICE, and were deported. But now somehow they want the American people to feel bad about this situation. To me, this makes absolutely no sense. And then the most wild part about this is that ICE gave these parents the option to take their kids with them, which they wanted to do. But what did the parents choose? They chose not to have their kids come with them because they didn't want to wait a couple months in the ICE detention facility for that process to play out, because of course it is not instant. So they were given every opportunity to have the family leave together. They were criminals. They also broke in and had anchor babies. So everything seems to be done right on the side of ICE. But here we have NBC News shooting this propaganda video, making it seem like, oh, it's the federal government that's the issue, not the illegals that broke every law that this country has. If we look at the comments, we have some saying, do they have a GoFundMe? Because we have the typical people who are going to support the illegal criminals. And then we have the common sense people blame anybody but the root cause of the problem, the parents.
Right. 2 U.S. citizen teenagers, parents deported after a Walmart shoplifting arrest. ICE asked the mother if she wanted the girls to go, with her to Honduras. She said no. The aunt had them the same day. NBC still ran it as the government ripping the family apart. They showed the last hug quote. They did not show the offer that was made. That's not reporting either, if you ask me. That is choosing which facts get to have feelings. And when the agents actually show up, This is what they walk into.
Yo lo estoy grabando. Yo lo estoy grabando. Pinche pendejos perros. You one more time? You fucking perro. Back up. Hey, you fucking motherfucker, man. Oh, yeah. I got you. I got you. Hey, you motherfucker. Hey, she's a fucking girl. Hey, you motherfucker. You motherfucker! Get out! Don't fucking hit this! Don't fucking hit this! Y'all fucking stupid! Y'all are fucking stupid! Get off of her! Get off of her! Get off of her, bro. Y'all just fucked up, bro. I ain't fucking seen everything. Y'all fucked up, bro. Y'all fucked up. 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 Y'all fucked up really bad. Y'all fucked up really bad. Y'all fucked up.
Your dad is not in there. I don't have your dad. You guys did something for everything.
Y'all fucked up.
You want to be taken out, right?
No.
Why not?
I fucking did her.
Y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up. If y'all take her, y'all fucked up. If y'all take her, y'all fucked up. If y'all, I got it, and I got it on camera too. I got it on camera. Y'all hitting all of them. Yep. Y'all fucked up, and y'all know y'all did. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Leave them the fuck alone. Y'all fucked up. If y'all take any of them, I'ma fucking report y'all asses. Y'all fucked up.
She assaulted our mom.
I seen everything. I seen everything.
You better wash your hands.
No, you better watch your ass. You better watch out too. You better watch.
Woman grabbing at officers with kids right there in the street. One of the girls is screaming she needs her. Then she replies under the video, you know. Well, she didn't reply. I'll say the replies under the video, rather. Or not, maybe don't assault federal agents. They are threats to dox and kill the officers. You cannot say you are protecting children while you put them in the middle of a fight you started. That is not protest. That is using the kids as the last argument because the other ones already failed. It's the last one. Because they'll sit there and they'll still tell you, oh man. ICE is on the road early this morning in Cranston, Rhode Island, arresting what appears to be a white guy. Same vest, same cuffs, same black SUV, but the man is white. Cranston, Rhode Island. You know, they would keep saying this only happens to certain skin colors. Or a certain skin color, rather. You know, this video exists because that sentence is no longer useful. Status is the only thing that mattered here. Everything else is the story they tell you after the fact. So every clip is the same choice. The camera, you know, hide the names on the rolls. I mean to say bring out the camera, hide the names on the rolls. Release the man who already did the worst things. Wait for the judge to dismiss it. Tell the sad version of it. Put the children in front of the agents, then call the whole operation racist when a white man gets the same treatment. The data was never dangerous. The data was the only thing that could not be spun. A government that fights to stay blind is not protecting the poor, it's protecting the people who cannot survive being counted. So, if you made it to the end of this video, I want you to write offered in the comment section, because that's exactly what these illegals got an offer. I don't know. I want to leave y'all with this one. I got 3 different ones right here. I think I'm going to leave you with something we led with before, which is Luke 16 and 15. You are those who justify yourselves before men, but God knows your hearts. For what is exalted among men is an abomination in the sight of God. Y'all be safe. Please go check on somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.